Describe meeting Lena Dunham for the first time.
Lena is just a remarkable person. She's everything you would hope she would be. She is very sweet and open and vulnerable. Yeah, she knows exactly what she wants to do, but she's very collaborative, and she's one of those people you're just glad that they're part of your world. I've collaborated with all sorts of people. Sometimes it's very easy, sometimes it's really hard, and the work can be great when it's hard also. But she's just a very unique individual that also just as someone that I interact with every day, just handles herself so well. And there's such a swirl of controversy and debate around everything she does, but it doesn't seem to throw her off of her path of what she wants to say and do. And she's not debilitated by it. She's getting both an enormous amount of praise, and then there are people who don't like it. And she's very game to just make her stuff and throw it out there for people to talk about. And I think that's because her parents are from the art world, and that's, to her, it is art. It's for us to
and I thought it was pretty interesting that at the TCA, there was a question about nudity.
Yeah.
You were a little upset by that or irritated. Yeah. She wasn't.
Yeah, no, I got really mad. But, people wrote about it, but it was about how the guy asked it. He was just really nasty, and it was a really nasty tone in his voice. Every interview we ever do, people ask about the nudity. We don't care about that, because that's just a part of the show. There was just something really awful in how he was communicating with us, and I got upset.
Does she get upset about critiques of her?
So little, it doesn't even make sense. I'll read things, and things really bother you. Things can stay with you for years. You can remember oh my God, the Roger Ebert Heavyweights review. Oh, it's so painful. Or the Time Magazine Cable Guy review. I remember Newsweek said, Cable Guy, there's not one laugh in it. And I'm just stuck with me in my head. Wow. And I knew it wasn't true because we would show it and they would get giant laughs. But it doesn't seem to bother her or haunt her. And when we're in the writing room, she's never adjusting anything because of all the noise. Because so much of the internet is negative. That's how people get noticed when they write blogs, or even when they're just posting on Twitter. You get noticed by being negative. So you have to be very disciplined to understand that it's not actually even the reaction to things. It's just who wants to read nice things. So even the blogosphere can get very, very tough because they want some attention.
Who's the one who pushes the limit on that? Is it her? Is it you? Is it?
Well, we always laugh because sometimes people think I'm the one pushing the dirty stuff or whatever. That last sequence was something. That was an idea that I was pushing to Lena, and Lena always laughs about that because you wouldn't think that I would write
the sweet romantic,
the sweet thing.
Yes.
So it goes back and forth. Sometimes I think it's something disgusting, and sometimes I think it's something sweet, and sometimes it's Lena or Jenny Connor who's the showrunner with Lena, and it's different for every episode.
So go back to the very first meeting with her.
Well, I met her. I saw her movie Tiny Furniture, and I sent her an email, and I just said, if you ever need somebody to screw up your career, give me a call. And then
this time she said, is this the Judd Apatow?
Exactly. And she and then I called her, and she thought it was a joke, but I said, I'd love to help you with anything you're trying to do, because I really related to how personal her work was, and also that she used her family and how intimate it was. And it turned out that she was already developing girls with my friend Jenny Connor, who worked on the TV show we did, Undeclared. And they said, hey, do you want to join the team? And I wasn't looking to do TV, but I knew it was a big opportunity to work with them. And so I
What would surprise people about her who don't know her well?
What would surprise people about her? I don't know what people actually know about her, don't know about her. I mean, she's just a very kind person. And I think that comes through in the show. I mean, the show is so much about bad behavior and, people who are self-entitled, and there's a lot of selfishness on the show and really bad decisions. And Lena isn't like that. She's pretty together and knows what she wants to do. But we have an awareness that there's, a lot of, there's that moment in your 20s when you're trying to figure out who you are, and you want to take on the world, and you don't want to hear everybody's advice, and you have to be selfish to succeed, and you have to be
not
kind
these
of
guys.
No, not you guys, but you have to be a little bit of a lunatic to say, I'm going to do something great with my life, and that's what we try to capture, on the show, is that struggle, because sometimes you say that and things don't go well.